Good morning, Linux lovers. My name's Wimpy. Welcome to my world. Right, slightly different introduction to events, but that's how I'm going to be doing it from now on. And we're going to dig straight in to working on Quickemu. Good morning, Henrik. Hello, King Egypt. How are you doing? Yes, I've got a cup of tea. You got a cup of tea? So, spent a bit of time, whenever it was, after the last stream, looking at this weird Windows issue where so Popey has found one of the channel point redemptions, which is Christmas related. There is another one hiding in there if you've got the channel points for it. So I'm playing some lo-fi Christmas themed music and a couple of Christmas channel point redemptions. Oh, here it comes. Hello. How do we like this? This is because Linux Paul was saying we should have some Christmassy stuff. So here we go, Christmassy stuff, and the snow as well. We got the. It's this is all powered by Atom to sort of make things a bit more fun. So yeah, there's all sorts of stuff possible now. Had some fun doing that today. So or last night actually, and then this morning I just added a couple of embellishments. So there we go. That's new. Right then. So we had this weird problem with Quickemu where Windows 10 and 11, the installs were coming up when you get to the user creation step as being SAP branded, and it would only allow you to proceed if you had an SAP enterprise account, which was most odd. We used the hammer to slap a band-aid on that, which is to disable the networking during the Windows install. But after a bit of research, we found a proper solution to that problem. So we're going to get that all merged up, and that will restore the intended behavior. Is when you get to the user creation bit, you can say whether you want a local account or whether you want to use, like a Microsoft Online account. You get that choice again. So it restores, the install to what it should be, but it also, we've found a way to suppress some of the prompts during the install. So there's that whole thing where it says, do you want to send your data to Microsoft, or, how much data do you want to send to Microsoft? Turns out you can configure that answer file to say, send as little as possible, and it will default to that and won't prompt the user. So we've implemented that as well. So without further ado, I think we'll get into it. So the project's here, and we've got a couple of branches that have got the new stuff in it. So if we have a look here, we've got this thing called Fix Windows, imaginatively titled. And hello, Paddy, how you doing? Good morning. It's nice to see everything's firing off and working correctly today. So the way that most of this is handled is through hello Dust, how you doing? I tell you what, if anyone's got another 1,000 channel points out, someone do the Christmas tree again, because this is all made with Atom, which Dust works on. Come on, who's going to put their hand in the pocket and fire it off? Are you going to make me do it? Here we go, Dust. This is new. Oh, it's on cooldown. It's on cooldown. Yeah, I think I put 5 minutes between it. Maybe that's a bit too much. Anyway, so whilst we wait for that to kick down, let's go through this. So these are the changes. The big bit is really gosh, where was it now? Add the complete out of box. Oh, I'm on the wrong screen. Out of box stuff. So this was the main bit in the answer file that solves the problems. And I think specifically it's a combination of hiding the OEM registration, but then saying that you have to have the online and local account creation stuff in place. The protect your PC bit is what stops it sending all of your data to Microsoft. So that's enabled by default now. and then we have to say don't skip any of the user or machine creation pieces, because that actually puts you in a weird place where it will do a completely silent install, and then it will come up and say, right, log in, and there's no accounts, which is weird. If it's a SAP... No, it's not. So Popey asks, if it's a SAP branding problem, is that because we're getting the wrong ISO image? And the answer to that question is no. We were able to recreate this exact problem just on QEMU. And other projects that use QEMU at its heart. What's happening is when there's a network connection, Windows automatically updates the installer, does an online update of the installer, and we don't quite understand what the interaction is, but because of the way we've optimized, in fact we thought it was this, because of the way we optimized the default VM configuration, we thought it was looking like these enterprise deployments that go into, the cloud. And that's why they were being sort of activated under these different system integrators. But actually, this SAP thing is happening if you don't enable any of that virtualization optimization stuff. So we don't fully know why it happens, but it's via an over-the-air update that this gets turned on. But doing these things prevents all of that. So we're going to merge all of that in. There's a bunch of other improvements as well. I've made this change here, which is to use the Windows pre-execution environment to turn on some of the bypassing of CPU checking, secure boot checking, and TPM checking. If you've got a TPM and full secure boot with SSM capable firmware for QEMU, it will enable all of that. But if you don't, hello Arch Linux users, then you can't actually get Windows 11 to come up. But by doing this, it will disable those checks in the event that you don't have a complete secure boot stack available, and it should work. So that's the other change, and this is really, I'm not comfortable with doing this, but I'm sick and tired of getting bug reports from Arch users who say it doesn't work. So we're doing that for the time being until somebody pulls their finger out and fixes the packaging. And I think that's mostly what we've got here. So there's some, some of the extra privacy stuff here. Here we go. This was the one I was just talking about. This is the multi-parter that I was having difficulty with Dust, but as you can see, all working now. So I'm going to add a couple of bits to this tomorrow or something. So we'll keep amping this one up, pushing Atom's stuff. But as you can see, there's multiple bits and pieces going on there. Yes, they are rather right, nice baubles, aren't they? So I don't know that there's anything else I need to. How's the connection stuff? So locally with OBS, no problem whatsoever. Always works. When I start Atom, when I turn the machine on and start it for the first time, it always fails to pull in the redemption point, so I have to shut Atom down and start it up again, and then it pulls everything in again. I don't know what that's all about. And I would say today everything's worked. Everyone's triggered things and they've all worked. Yes, whenever I streamed last, the first couple didn't fire, but I can just, now you've added that test button, I can see when people are redeeming things, and if it doesn't go, I can just go in and wang the test button. So actually I've got a nice way to make sure that when people request things, if it doesn't go off, I don't have to reject the channel point. I can actually manually trigger it so that they, get their channel point value. So that's quite handy. Okay, so if you're still getting connection issues, I want to look into... Okay, well, I can... Let me know what you need by way of debug information. I'll provide that. But it is significantly better than it was a couple of weeks ago. So, I'm just giving you, you know, my honest feedback, but it is loads better now, which is why I've started like amping up what I'm doing with Atom. It's doing a whole load more, including that whole starting screen at the beginning and auto running ads and stuff like that. So that's all in place now as well. Right then, so that's enough waffle. Let's hop over to Gitkraken. We'll switch to this branch and we'll fire that off as a pull request. Start a pull request. And that can go into master. Installs. Hang on, let's prevent Windows 10 11 installs from requiring SAP enterprise accounts. And actually somebody has rather helpfully raised another bug about this, which I can go in and fix as a result of this. Here, I think just today somebody raised an issue on this. Yeah, 269. So let's go and close 269 with this. Okay, I will leave that alone and I'll create the pull request. Okay, so that's that one done. What have we got here? I've limited the downtime you might have via connection. Max should be 17.5 seconds of downtime. Okay. I'm not sure I'm privy to how those internal timers work, Dust, so that information, I'm not quite sure what that corresponds to, but thank you. So let's go over here. We should now have a new PR, which is this one. And I am just going to merge this. And I'm going to rebase and merge because I want to keep the individual commits for this one. I don't want to squash it. Okay, so it's if I notice it's not working, it should be within the max time of 17.5 seconds. Okay, right, that's good to know. Right then, so let's confirm that. Let's delete the branch. There we go. It's very Christmassy around here today. Yeah, I thought this was fun. I wanted to do more than just, you know, fire off a single animation. I wanted to sort of use more of what Atom can provide. Can we get your cam in a bauble? Ooh, yes, that's entirely doable. I mean, if we look at my overhead view, I do have an appropriate mask. So yes, that's entirely doable. Well, let me have a think about that. That's a good idea. Thank you for the feedback. I'll work on that with my daughter later and see if we can do something where, yeah, I'm in a bauble. Yep, totally doable, I think. So that one's in. The pull request should be done. It is. I bet this one doesn't merge now, does it? It does. Okay. So we'll grab that one whilst we're here as well, because this is a new Nix release is out, so that will get that into the project. Did I close? I thought I closed it. Why is that not closed? 269. Hello. Okay. Well, that was unusual. I will look at all requests closed. And that was 270, so we'll say closed via 270. That's it fixed via 270. Okay, there we go. So let's have a look here. What are we doing here? Get me in a bauble, or a snow globe. Okay, these are all good ideas. And Yannick says, "How do you green screen a Christmas tree?" Yeah, there's a tricky one for you. That was fun. I'm getting quite good at working with alphas and green screens in OBS now. It's a very precise business. Exactly, it has blue decorations and it's a green tree. Yeah, it's a clever trick, isn't it? Yeah, render it with an alpha channel is the correct answer, which requires that you use, you know, a fancy codec, and that video for that Christmas tree is about 1 gigabyte as a result. Not very much looks rendered. I think it's an actual Christmas tree that somebody filmed on on like a Lazy Susan. Hello, Linux Paul. How you doing? Thanks for stopping by. There's a timer on the tree. Yeah, just a short one. Thanks very much for the
follow, MACR0She11.
Thanks very much for the follow. Also, Dust, you'll see I've now got multiple actions there. So when that follower goes off, Atom also starts off the confetti when people follow as well. So you know, I'm just stretching my legs a little bit with what it can do now. And you can I don't know if you can see. Can you see my little follow train down the bottom here? My little tuxes. I'm thinking of completely re-implementing that using Atom. Yeah, down the bottom there you can see there's one hacking in the corner and there's one paddling his way along the bottom. I'm going to see if I can. I think it should be possible to 25 seconds till the next tree. Right, okay, well quickly I better go and merge another pull request then. So I think we've got all of these in now. These ones are all in progress still. So I'm going to go to back to Git Kraken because I've got another branch which is improve macOS. So we've had an issue with macOS where, particularly with Big Sur and Monterey, they have to download like 12 gigs of stuff. Here we go. This is all your fault, by the way, Linux Paul. So yeah, this was you requesting something more Christmassy, so here we go. I've got a couple of ideas to improve this a little bit as well, or at least add to it. So the problem with Big Sur and Monterey is it has to download 12.5 gig, and so it takes a long time, and people sort of, you know, go off and do other things whilst it's whirring away. And the problem with that is that it was causing macOS to suspend itself, and you can't recover it. So what we're doing here is disabling S3 suspend in the VM to prevent that happening, and that does appear to have worked. And I've also found there's a slightly better USB 3 device that we can work with in Big Sur and Monterey, so I've enabled that. So we will, oops, why are you being weird? Improve macOS. Start a pull request. Okay. Right. I think we'll just say improve macOS support for Big Sur and Monterey. It's kind of the essence of it. So, see you, Dust. Thanks for stopping by. Hey, Luke, how you doing? This is quite amusing. People dropping in at different times. I guess we're gonna see the Christmassy stuff again in a minute. Right then. So let's just take a look over here. We should now have that as a PR, which we'll pull in. There it is. So we'll rebase and merge that. And delete the branch, and we'll just double check all of that's there. There's Nix, there's all of the Windows fixes. Good. Right then, so most of what the rest of the issues are generally I want it to do more things, and the big one is this, but Phil's been working on man pages and documentation, so we'll get that reviewed. And then there's this one from Yannick which I can't reproduce, so I'm a bit stuck with what to do about that. But so far the rest of these are mostly I want new features, and this one I don't think we can fix ourselves. It's people running this under WSL. It behaves in a strange fashion. So, okay, got to hide the Twitch window because of colleagues and all that, but I have my headphones on. All right, Yannick, good. Another reason I like working from home, says Linux Paul. Yeah, indeed. Right then, so that's looking quite good. I don't think there's any more. Now, the reason that I'm submitting these as pull requests, even though I could push to the project directly, is this helps build the change log in the new releases. But what I suppose I need to do is, I thought a bit of a wheeze would be, we'll release a new version, and now that this one is... No, it's not what I want to do here. Now that... Oh, well that's unhelpful. Why did you do that? Right then. Why is it opening in a different window? That's bizarre. Okay. Oh, because it's a directory. Silly boy. Right, so let's go back to Git Kraken and go to the master branch. Master branch and pull with a rebase. There we go. That's better. There it is. So I thought, as this actually properly fixes Windows support, that is the version we should go with. Oh my goodness, Linux Paul, who did you bribe to get a PS5? How is that possible? Do you want to share where you ordered it from and how long ago? Right then, let's do that. And we'll just push that up. Right then, that's our new version. I think this is warranted. PS5s don't exist, but you can send it to me to prove they do, says Henrik. Yeah, this is why I'm making retro consoles for the kids this year, because there are no games consoles that mere mortals other than Linux Pool can acquire, apparently. Right, so we've got that. We'll pull together a release, I think. There we go. There we go. Enterprise online account only. Finally resolved properly. There we go.
Thank you for the follow, Frectons.
Thanks very much for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Right then, so we have finally fixed this big old problem, so that's good. So Paul says, I am ashamed to say that I broke and bought it from the scalper market for more than the recommended retail price. Well, there you go. That was a moment of weakness. You're gonna have a good Christmas, I imagine, as a result, though. I really want one. Yeah. Oh, the Xbox Series S is available in most stores. The S, that's the sort of the specification reduced version that's more geared towards like game streaming. Is that right? Yeah, I quite like the idea. Right then. Right then. Let's do this then. There we go. Publish that release. Does anyone here do Advent of Code? No. I basically, because I feel like I'm doing stuff like that all the time anyway. I've seen a few people that are like new to programming, learning programming, that are taking it up, which has been quite good to sort of watch. So Paddy says, quick tip, if you're a Virgin Media broadband customer and also owe to pay monthly, you can opt in to Volt and get bumped up next year with your broadband and double the mobile data too for free. Okay. Yes, it's the digital one. Okay. Right then, so there's our new release. 2 contributors this time round. It's only a couple of days since the last release. So we'll get that packaged up and released, I think. I got bumped on a via. I got bumped without. Yes. Yeah. So I've also had an upgrade on Virgin Media as well. My fibre got upped to half a gig. I just noticed. Right then, let's go and do a release then. So for those of you that haven't used Quickemu recently, it's really quite good for Windows now. The install process is quite quick. I think the other evening, I installed Windows about 50 times in order to get to the bottom of these issues. Right then, and also the other thing I've done is in the Quickemu project, I have now put the Debian packaging in here, and I've put a placeholder in here, Yannick, for Quickemu as well. So if you want to put the packaging in here, we can keep all of the packaging in one spot. So the last time we did this, it was 234. So let's do this thing. We're going to do. What did I just do there? 3.11. Let's grab the source tarball we've just released. Hopefully this is going to work. Yes. So we'll build this for each of the releases. I really need to... Is Danny here today? So, Vectons says, what about Rust? Rust is certainly growing in popularity. There's a lot of people around here that are interested in more Rust-related stuff, that's for sure. How did you come to answer that question? You doing them every evening on Twitch? Yeah, I saw you'd been doing Advent of Code, Yannick. Okay, nice one. Yeah, when are you going to move Quick GUI into the org as well? Let's build that one. Let's bump this to, gosh, trying to remember all of these flipping code names now. This is a chore. This is why I need to automate this away. So, yeah. So Popey says mostly Go at your place. We're also mostly Go as well, almost exclusively actually. Yeah, well, except for front end stuff. So let's do one for Impish. This also will fix a bug that Luke raised about the description of the package updates as well. So I will, when I moved this over, I transferred Luke's bug over to the correct place and then closed it. You did some stuff in Go the other day though, because the Stream Deck Unix is all in Go, and you fixed a thing in that, and then you started working on the Atom key press integration module. How did you find that initial learning experience? So let's push all of these up. Jammy. Impish. What have we got here? Hirsute. And vocal. There we go. So they'll build in the PPA. Paddy says he's been happily catching up on telecast with Popey the past couple of days. Glad to see Alan's back. Yeah. With you doing that and Martin doing this, all I need now is something from Mark. Well, Mark also works on this as well, so you'll find Mark in here from time to time. I'm going to be moonlighting on another podcast in 2 weeks. I say podcast. It's going to be a live stream, hence my involvement, I think. Yeah, on the 21st of December. So there. I'm not going to reveal what that is yet, but something's in the works. But you can. It's interesting to me because we used to record the podcast.
Thank you for the follow, Ajedres TV.
Hey Ajedres, thanks for stopping by and thanks for the follow. We used to record the podcast on a Tuesday night, and I now notice that on a Tuesday night is when Mark is most active in our Discord, discussing things around Quickemu with Yannick. So, you know, we stopped doing the podcast because we wanted to do other stuff, and I think it's evident that we've, you know, found time and space to do other stuff as a result of the podcast not being something we do anymore. Right then, so those are all building, and the change I made just for completeness was Luke wanted Quickemu in the description of the package so he could see in the update dialogues, you know, that this was an update for Quickemu, because it did say something vague like a script for managing virtual machines. So that's been taken care of. You're welcome, Luke. Right then, I have got a post that I'm drafting for the Discord, but I'll go over it here since I think a number of the interested parties may be here. If you're a regular or, you know, semi-regular around these parts, I'm looking for a group of people to act as moderators here on the Twitch channel. Not on like a you have to be here for every stream, but, you know, with enough people in a group. I'm looking for people who can help out with that stuff, mostly because I've seen an uptick in most streams now. We get somebody spamming in here, so I'd like an extra set of eyes on getting rid of them. And also, when I make mistakes like turning off the chat and then forgetting to turn the chat back on, I want to expose some of these camera controls to the moderators, so when I forget to turn off the chat or turn it back on again, or I don't switch cameras to the right view, you can also act as camera operators. So that's kind of what I'm looking for. So if you're interested, so I think Popey, you are the only moderator that's in here at the moment, but Yannick, I think you're up for it. Luke, did you say you wanted to be a spammer or a moderator? I'm not quite sure. But let me know in Discord. I'm going to post in the Discord a bit later. If it's something you're up for, throw your hat in the ring. I'll build out a group of mods here on Twitch, and then I'll expose a group of chat commands that are only accessible to the moderators to help with one, moderation duties, but also this whole camera operator thing. Moderator troll. I'll create a role specifically called that just for you, Yannick, if I can do that. We need official spammers to balance things out. Right, okay. So where were we? I think we've got we've got the packages building there. So let's just take a quick look and make sure that all of that is proceeding as we would hope. That one should do it. There we go. So 3 of them are already built. They'll be published soon. 4th one's on the way. Very happy with this 3.11. I thought that was a jolly good idea. So we're looking good. We're looking in good shape. So I think then the next stream will be a return to Quickemu, because I feel like we've got not Quickemu, Retro Home. I feel like Quickemu's in a good place now. We had that article in Tom's Hardware over the weekend, and I was like, oh bother, we're going to have a load of people coming stampeding in to have a go with this stuff, and it's currently a bit busted, and the whole premise of the article was running Windows 11. So we put a quick band-aid on it. Now we've got a proper fix. So I feel like, okay, good. We can relax a little bit because that's been lurking around for some considerable time now. I mean, the rate of development on the project is quite astonishing, I think. We've closed 133 issues already, and that's all been in like the last 2 and a bit months, all of this activity. And then pull requests 121 we've gone through, and what are we up to? 3.7k stars. So it's interesting just how much sort of use this is getting. Hopefully these will be good fixes to push us on a bit. And one of the reasons I've been holding off doing the GPU pass-through stuff is I really want to don't go near that until I know that the foundations of this thing are in a good place. Okay. I can see. Well, thank you for those that are volunteering. I'll catch up with you in Discord after the fact. So yeah, next up it's going to be Retro Home again, and I do have some new bits actually. Retro Home that I need to experiment with. I've got some these you've seen before, but I'm gonna be getting that one out. But what I've started work on is this. I have started working on getting this one to work with Retro Home, and this will be the first cover my face, the first handheld device supported by, oh crikey, it's refusing to focus. There we go. This will be the first handheld device. And the way I'm doing that is 2 ways. But one of the ways is because the Raspberry Pi 2 Zero is compatible with the Raspberry Pi Zero, I have got a Raspberry Pi 2 Zero. And I'll be putting that in the little, let's do the overhead view. I'll be putting that in this little cartridge which houses the Pi Zero, and using a Pi 2 Zero, so getting more performance and a way to run it. So that's the first handheld device I'm going to be working on. And I've got a couple of others as well. So I've got the retro flag cases working, with the exception of this one, this Pi 4 case, which everyone raves about. I think that's a bit of a not very good thing, because the hardware is not compatible with their own drivers, which is a bit of a problem. So if you use this SSD cartridge caddy, none of their safe shutdown stuff works, and I've debugged it, and they've actually made a boo-boo on the hardware. They're using the same pins for the SATA controller as they are for the safe shutdown stuff, so you can have one but not the other apparently. So anyway, working through some of that stuff, but yeah, the GPI is looking good, and I've got a few others that I want to work on, but that's good. This is going to be, of the handhelds, the easiest to get working, but it's not straightforward. So I'm glad you're not getting spammers in your stream. I think it's not got anything to do with the number of viewers, Yannick. I think it's just luck of the draw. Maybe the time of day, you know, it could be anything like that. Because I mean, you know, I'm a piffling channel in the great scheme of things. So yeah, they seem to have downgraded the case. King Egypt, are you referring to the Pi 4 downgraded the case? Is that what you're referring to? I have another case. This one has arrived. So this one is the Pi Station, but this one has the LED screen built in. So I'm going to have a go at getting that one working as well. And I also have a regular Pi Station, which is just a a case with the safe shutdown, but that one is going to be a Christmas present. So that one I'm going to be setting up and giving away to someone at Christmas. So yeah, I've got quite a few bits here. And I've got something I'm working on for Popey hiding over there as well, which is more complicated than I imagined, but I'm working on it all the same. So, hello, Flying Goat. Hello, welcome to the stream. So, the GPU pass-through stuff. Don't worry, I'm looking into getting a second GPU, but at the current price, I'm not going to be testing this in the near future. Indeed. So the problem I have with actually working on the GPU pass-through stuff is this. I don't have any desktop type systems that have got enough slots, or slots where you can pack 2-3 slot wide GPUs together in order to actually do it on a desktop. But I think my laptop will support this configuration because it's a hybrid system and it has an NVIDIA Quadro card in it. So I think I should be able to tell the BIOS to boot and use only the IGP, and then be able to expose the Quadro card into the VM. So I think that's how I'm going to tackle it. What about the Razer Core? Yes, that would work. If you have an external GPU, that would work in the same fashion. So you're in a good position, Popey. That would work well. In fact, you could have bags of fun with that because you've got 3 GPUs effectively on one of those, haven't you? Because you've got one with an Intel IGP, an AMD IGP, and an NVIDIA in the Razer Core. So you could potentially have 2 VMs running, one pass through to the AMD, one pass through to the NVIDIA, and the host on Intel. So yeah, you could have some fun with that. But I'm definitely going to look at all of that. But I really wanted to get things stable, and fixing that problem was the big one. There's a couple of other little niggles, but then they're not as significant as that. So, and we've been able to remove some spaghetti code in those recent fixes as well, which is good. Right then, I think that's everything I wanted to get done today. We've got pretty Christmas trees. We've got snow that works. I think the intro worked. I'm assuming that ran an ad for 90 seconds. Twitch doesn't tell you that information, which is a bit annoying. Yeah, I've got a new starting screen, which hopefully means that people don't have to endure pre-rolls for about the first 30 minutes after the stream comes up. And then I've disabled other. There we go. Look at that, isn't this good? I'm rather happy with this. I got at least 2 ideas to add to it, so the next time I stream, this channel point redemption will do more stuff. Anyway, this was the start of me trying to make more interesting things with Atom. So I've got a couple of interesting ideas for neat things to make. Ah, nice. Thanks, King Egypt. So that ad did run whilst the starting soon screen was up. That's excellent. So my thinking there was this. The stream comes up. I have a button on the Stream Deck which runs a script which sets up all of the audio and basically, aligns everything. And then it switches to my starting soon. And Atom picks up that trigger. It picks up has the scene changed to starting soon? And if it has, Atom then runs the countdown timer and mixes the music and the audio levels and fires off a request to Twitch to say, run a 90-second ad. Because that's the maximum, or rather that's the minimum you can run to get the maximum pre-roll withholding. So 90-second ads gets you 30 minutes of no new viewers encountering pre-rolls. So my countdown timer is for 2 minutes to give that 90-second ad time to run and people to see that the stream is, about to come up any second now. And then it automates the whole ducking the audio for the music and bringing this view up. So Atom's, doing probably 80% of that orchestration. So I'm very happy with how that's working. And I don't think I can run ads for longer and get more pre-roll disabled for people. But I've disabled all other ad scheduling through the stream, so the only ads now are pre-rolls for people that join after that first 30 minutes. I think that'll probably do it. So Yannick has some ideas, he says here. You've done the same, no more ad breaks during the stream. Yeah, I was experimenting with that because I thought that would help keep the pre-rolls down, but actually it didn't. All it did was it played ads for a load of people and only mitigated pre-rolls for like 10 minutes. It just wasn't worth it. So, and Yannick has some other ideas for the Unix Stream Deck integration. Okay, what's that? Because the Unix Stream Deck, I'm loving that. It's so much better than the other thing we were using. And the fact that I've got a really sophisticated jukebox running on this for Spotify now, it's ace. And it even embeds album art into the buttons as you play things. It's terrific. Pre-rolls are disabled for a max of 30 minutes. That's right. So by running a 90-second ad, that's giving you the maximum pre-roll disable period. So I'm not interested in making money off ads on Twitch, but I am interested in like new people who find the stream not bouncing off pre-roll ads. So Yannick's idea is press a button to enable disable channel points. Yeah, that would be super useful. So in Atom, you can turn off groups of things. So for example, I'll bring Atom up now. I don't think this is going to give anything away. It won't. No. Okay, let's go to this view. Let's bring Atom down here. So this is Atom, and these are the test buttons where I can fire the channel points. But here, these are the integrations with Twitch. So I've got things grouped by stuff to do with my dev views, stuff to do with the words. So those are things like, the words are things like this. Oh, no, it's not. That's not it at all. That's the wrong thing. The words are stuff like this. So I can, through Atom, you can disable groups of things together. So for example, if I hit the power button here, you should see that there we go, you can see here that the Christmas tree and the Merry Christmas things are disabled, and you should notice that in fact if you look at the channel points in Twitch, those things have gone away. You won't be able to redeem either of those channel points. But if I turn them back on again, there, they get turned on here, and now if you go and look back at the channel points again, you should find that the Christmas tree is back, as is the Merry Christmas word mark thing. So yeah, it's pretty cool. So it would be kind of neat to be able to...
Thank you for the follow, Gishado.
Thanks, Gishado, for the follow, and welcome to the stream. What was that number? 787. Okay. Not too shabby. You're giving up 0.62 cents in monthly ad revenue. I've never actually looked at what the ad revenue is. Let's have a look. I'll just have a quick squiz over here. My ad revenue... Oh, is higher than I thought. My ad revenue at the moment is $4.31. But I'm not interested in making ad revenue money. You know, I would rather people have as close to an ad-free experience as possible. What you're showing there is exactly what I'd like to do with the Unix Stream Deck integration. Yeah, exactly. So I get that. So you're saying add a button that enables you to turn these groups on and off which would be ideal, because I've got another set here. You're booting Windows 11 in the latest Quickemu, says Popey. Excellent, that's good news. So yeah, Atom's pretty great. I'm very happy with this, and I'm going to be, yeah, building out a lot more stuff using it now. So, Linux Paul says just got his message from DPD. It's out. His PS5 is out for delivery. So, are you going to wrap this and put it under the tree, Paul, and wait till Christmas, or is this going to be instantly plugged in and made use of? Is it an actual Christmas present, or is it a close enough to Christmas that I'm going to start playing with it present? Right then. So, whilst that's going, so Linux Paul says no, he's going to tear it open and play Final Fantasy 14. Okay. An empty box under the tree. Yeah, I don't blame you, Paul. I don't think I'd wait either. Right then, let's have a look. What have we got here? I'm just having a look to see if there's anyone doing interesting stuff. Who else is doing interesting stuff on Twitch at the moment? I've found a few interesting things, and I've found some not so interesting stuff recently. There's nothing calling to me today. We can open presents early. Yeah, okay. So I learned some things in this stream before, so I think we're gonna go here. Let's do this. So this was a good stream last time I dropped by. We're going to drop in there. I think this name expands to White Panther. And she does some interesting stuff, and I learnt a bunch from her stream last time we stopped by. So that's where we're going to go. I'm going to say thank you very much for stopping by. Do join the Discord, and thanks for those of you that have volunteered to be moderators. I will be in touch a little bit later. But for now, let's go raiding. Bye for now.
To be equals 0.